Melody has nobody. Letitia can go a whole season dodging questions about Marcia's rumored side trips and still somehow come out clean in the eyes of her supporters. Kimmy can sit there calm as a cucumber while Morris is out here doing the most, and the reunion still won't push her on it. But Melody, oh, she so much as blinks wrong, and suddenly it's a storyline. And that's why it's laughable when people claim she left because she couldn't handle criticism. Handle it? She lived in it. She breathed it for years on camera while raising 4 kids and running businesses. The real problem is, she was smart enough to walk away when she saw the setup. Because, let's be honest, the show wasn't interested in telling her truth anymore. They wanted the Martell and Arione mess to overshadow everything else. And when she didn't play along, they called her difficult. Typical now. You know, I had to laugh when somebody said Arione will be the lady of the show now. KB? The day that happens is the day pigs fly over Huntsville. We all know she's not walking onto that stage to hold a peach, an apple, or whatever symbol they want to give her. If she was coming, she'd have been there already, and they know putting her in full-time would tank what little credibility the show still has left. But folks keep tossing that out just to stir up the fan wars. And you have to ask yourself, why do they go so hard on Melody but not on the people who've actually been out here lying, dodging, or stirring up mess? Let's take Marcia, for example. The man is allergic to a direct answer. He will dance around a question like it's the cha-cha slide until Carlos moves on to another topic. Maurice, whole other story. He doesn't just dodge, he goes on. The offensive tries to flip things back on the other person, and has been quick to threaten legal moves just to shut conversations down. But sure, they've all been held accountable. Then there's that tired argument that Melody wanted the narrative changed and didn't want to show her real life. Listen, she gave us more real life than most reality stars ever do. From the cheating to the divorce to the co-parenting struggles, it was all right there on camera. She gave the music, the behind the scenes of her businesses, even personal moments with her kids. Meanwhile, other folks barely let the cameras into their real situations. It's easy to point fingers when you're only showing the highlight reel of your life. And let's not forget the disrespect she put up with. Martell didn't just cheat. He disrespected her publicly and repeatedly, and everyone in that circle knew it. They knew about the other women, they knew about the revenge mess, and they still smiled in her face. That's a special kind of betrayal. It's giving OJ's backstabbers energy all day. Now, the funniest part is how some of the same people throwing shade at Melody's exit are the ones who've been eating off her storyline for years. Without her and Martell's marriage drama, the Scott's business issues, Destiny's mystery man sagas, and all the side friendships wouldn't have even made it to air. Kimmy likes to say we all make the show in interviews. But let's keep it real. Without the Holts, there wouldn't have been enough juice to keep this thing going past season 2. And Kimmy herself. Let's go back to that reunion. Moment where she admitted she just wanted to sit back and watch, ma'am. You're part of the cast. This isn't a spectator sport. You don't get to collect a check for sitting pretty in the corner while the rest of the cast does the heavy lifting. You've got to clock in and deliver. The nobody's kissing Melody's ass anymore argument is another joke. No one ever was. If anything, a lot of them took every chance they could to chip away at her. And let's not pretend Carlos didn't. Allow some of that to happen for the sake of good TV. At that reunion when Destiny was going for Melody's neck, no one stopped her. The only reason anyone ever told Destiny to calm down at all was because they were worried she'd accidentally spill something about them. Speaking of Destiny, let's not erase the fact that she was out here at that reunion without Moses, rocking that ponytail and doing everything in her power to drag Melody. The audience saw through it, so trying to act like we didn't is just embarrassing. That whole reaching from a hopeless place moment was real, and it was desperate. And while we're on family, people love to bring up Martell's mom, wondering if she's still around the grandkids. Most likely, she is sending them upstairs so she can have a smoke break. But that's not the point here. The point is, Melody moved on to bigger and better things like she was supposed to. The whole purpose of a reality platform is to launch into bigger opportunities, and if anyone used it right, it was her. But even with all that, you've still got people saying, oh, the show won't fail without her. Really? Because the storylines are already dragging, without a star. To center the drama, it's just background noise. Letitia isn't likable enough to carry it. She's too busy spinning stories and stirring drama. Kimmy plays it too safe. Destiny couldn't even keep Madani afloat. Martell, he's still struggling with the same license test. And that's the core of the problem. The show doesn't have stars anymore. Kate can't build good TV around people who aren't likable, aren't trustworthy, and aren't delivering real, compelling storylines. And until they figure that out, the viewership will keep slipping, which is why you've got to watch this till the end. Because what I'm about to get into next might just explain why the whole Melody can't take the heat narrative was pushed so hard. And it's not about her feelings. It's about protecting other people's mess. You guys, we really have to talk about this because once again, the streets are buzzing and the comments are on fire. Melody has been speaking out about the real reason she left love and marriage, Huntsville. And as soon as that topic hit, people had something to say. And you already know, some of these opinions are wild. Now, before we get into it, you have to watch this whole thing till the end because the way the comments switch from defending Melody to dragging her is something you have to hear in full to believe. So grab your drink, sit back, and let's get into it. One person came right out and said, just because people have an opinion, it doesn't make them a hater. And they claimed Mel didn't really get heat until last season, and that the minute social media started pointing out her flaws, she dipped. According to them, when the behind-the-scenes stuff about her, Arione, and Martell's past got exposed, Melody couldn't take the criticism and decided to walk away. They said everyone on the show has been in the hot seat, and she was no different. But see, here's where I'm sitting here like, what show were they watching? Because if you've been watching from day one, then you know accountability on that show is selective at best. You can count on one hand the times anybody besides. Melody has been grilled like that, and honestly, even that might be too generous. It's funny how people act like the whole cast has been held accountable. Where? When? Please tell me, because I must have missed that episode. Nobody in that cast has really been dragged the way Melody has, and some folks should be ashamed for, even pretending otherwise. And to make it worse, the way some people mock the reason Melody says she left is just cold. Like they want to turn it into a joke,